I'm B. Brooks.
And I'm Allie Bourgeois.
Welcome to Yogi and the Bee.
We are so glad you found us.
Hi, Allie.
Hey, B.
How are you? Oh,
Doing great. That's okay. I think we can talk over each other.
It's happened before.
That is certain.
So welcome, everyone. We are starting a podcast. How about
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
First one. Some might call us virgin podcasters.
I would say we're definitely virgin podcasters.
For sure.
For sure.
So we thought we'd introduce ourselves, tell you a little bit about us. As I mentioned, my name is B. Brooks, real name Elizabeth. The reason that's important is because you probably think my name is Beatrice. It is not.
Nope.
It is B, like a bumblebee. Bzzz. B-E-E. My initials are EZB, and it was shortened to B.
Why was it shortened, B?
Because a lot of my family would call me Easy B. And my grandfather said, as she gets older, that's not going to sound good. Get it? Easy B, like I was
easy.
Oof. Nothing could be further from the truth, actually.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's how that happened. I born and raised Atlantan, haven't gone too far, lived here all my life. Grew up here, went to school here, went to college here, worked here, been here. Love here. Love Atlanta. It is definitely my home.
Atlanta's awesome.
Atlanta, hot Atlanta.
Yeah.
I let's see, graduated from Georgia State twice. Actually have a degree in public relations. Who cares? Then I got a degree in education. And I was a teacher for 17 years in DeKalb County.
Wait. 17 years?
17 years.
Shut up.
For 15 years, it was the best job in the world. I taught kids with special needs, adaptive PE. Oh my gosh, joy every day. Lots of Special Olympics. Met some fabulous people, parents, some kids I still keep in touch with. And I live in Decatur, have a lovely partner of 23 years. What?
Wait, what?
And we have two precious dogs.
What are their names?
Buddy and Frankie.
The cutest dogs
and
ever. Sorry, everybody else that has dogs.
They're pretty special. We love them so much. And that's kind of my story. Again, not...
What do you do now, B?
Oh, forgot. Yeah, sorry. Present day, I work for a small real estate team in the in-town area. I'm a licensed assistant. I love it. Work with a great group of people. We're like family. And yeah, super grateful. And
you are really good at your job too.
What do you do? Where do you live?
Well, I live in Buckhead. I've lived in Atlanta on and off, but I am back and here to stay. Let's see. I left and went to London and became a chef. And then I had 2 boys, and then I retired from being a chef because it was just a full-time, exhausting physical job.
And you had an Airbnb?
I had a bed and breakfast before there was an Airbnb.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I thought about that.
I know. I thought about that the other day. I was like, hey, I'm kind of cool.
You set the trend.
I did. But I went to London and to go to cooking school. And that was a really cool experience. Yes, to see the Queen for sure. And that's a story for another time. But came back and turned into a yoga instructor. And it is my favorite of all jobs besides being a mother. So, love it.
You're really good at it.
Thank you so much.
You're perfect at it, actually.
Thank you so much. I am actually a yogini, but the podcast name is Bee and the Yogi, or Yogi and the Bee. Yeah, maybe that's something I need to memorize there. Since, we're going to have some merch with that, and hopefully I won't get it reversed, and then you would be mad at me. But I'm a yogini, and that's the female version of a yogi. Just to clarify, so people are wigging out.
Lots to learn about that.
Yes. Oh, so much.
Gosh.
So how did we get here, Bee?
Well, so we are here because I don't know if y'all remember 2020.
Wait, what happened in 2020?
Along about March, there was a pandemic of some sort. The coronavirus, they called it.
The corona.
And so we, separately, of course, because we were all quarantined, we would do a few Zoom calls here and there, Zoom happy hours. That was special. Drifting squirrel off the point. So during the pandemic, we both started listening to podcasts, learning about them, and I was spending a lot of time with my family, nieces in particular, who would, once the quarantine was lessened, if you will, they would come over and we would sit with friends outside, of course, and talk and visit. And they were like, Aunt Bee, you should have a podcast because you really ask good questions and you're so curious, it seems. You have a lot of different friends that do a lot of different things, and you could have a lot of different guests and people could learn about a lot of different things. And then I've always been called Barbara Wawa because I like to interview people because I'm just curious. And then Allison and I would talk about, we should do a podcast. How do you think it got started, Allison? Allie?
I fell in love with podcast through a group of friends. I'd never heard of podcast before, and they explained it to me with eye rolls. And I think the first podcast that I listened to, that most people would say the same thing, is Serial, and I was addicted.
That was my first one too. I totally forgot about that. Yeah. And
I fell in love with my second podcast, which was Red Handed. And it was two women in London. And I started at the very beginning with them and went through the pandemic with them. It was so cool. I felt like they were my friends and they cared about me, and listening to, what was happening in London made me feel so lucky for being here and how we were, less strict. But that is how that happened for me. And then I saw Bee in person when everything opened up for the bowling alleys and tattoo parlors. And we both talked about our love of podcast, and Bee was like, I want to do one. And I was like, I want to do one. Do you want to do one together? And here we are 3 years later. Wow. 3 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally getting around to doing it, right?
No hurry. No hurry.
I mean, listen, we take our time and really think things through.
Absolutely. Lots and lots of time.
So we, I think, have something kind of special, kind of unique. We've known each other.
What is that, Bee?
We've known each other for an awfully long time.
How long has that been?
I'm going to say, I know it's hard to believe, but 51 years.
Shut up. What?
Yeah.
I'm 57.
I'm 56.
She's about to turn 57.
Close. Who loves birthdays? I do.
She does. I've
Yeah.
never known anyone that loves birthday as much as B. So please wish her well when it's birthday time.
Super fun.
Mhm.
So we met each other when we were 5 years old.
5 years old.
Yep.
Yep.
Your dad was the preacher at my church at the time, which was Inman Park Presbyterian. It's so crazy that I'm sitting in Inman Park as we record this. That's where my parents met. That's where, or why we met, because your dad was the preacher. Sorry, I got to focus.
No, you're doing great. Oh my gosh, this is the first time we've ever done anything like this. I'm just blown away by how professional you are. Well done.
Okay.
So the Inman Park Presbyterian Church, where my dad started in your neck of the woods, when did they knock that down? That's good history for you.
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but I'm looking at a picture of Inman Park in its beginnings. Anyway, we'll talk more on that. That might be a good episode too.
We'll put a pin in it. That's what they say in Red Handed. If we're going to come back to it later, I don't think they would mind if we use that. Put a pin in it. Yeah.
Dude, I'm totally going to write that down.
Yeah.
I got a podcast notebook. Anyway, father was the preacher. My mom thought, wouldn't it be nice if we invited the preacher and his family over for supper? So they came over for supper and they said, oh my gosh, they have a young daughter too. She's the youngest as well. Whole nother episode, youngest child. And in she walked down the hall, just stood in my bedroom door. There was little Allison Beverly with her cute little bright floral pants and yellow shirt. And the rest is history. We went to elementary school together.
We did. And we have laughed so much together that, I mean, we were the kind of kids that laughed together where the parents would be like, okay, enough.
Y'all need to calm down.
Stop it.
Straighten up.
Oh, so silly. Silly.
Then we went to separate high schools.
We did.
And there was the whole boarding school thing.
Yes.
And so
went to boarding school, lost touch completely.
Yeah. That's how we kind of lost touch and then veered apart. And then luckily we have circled back and here we are together again.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this.
Me too. You went to London too, so
I did.
That's not like we could just have dinner or drink or something.
Very true. But I would hear from my parents who would come and visit me in London how B was doing because my parents saw B's parents socially all through the years. They were all very nerdy Presbyterians. But very, very, they like to get together. And my dad was definitely into talking about theology. And I think all of his friends enjoyed that too. So,
because my dad was in seminary at one time.
That's right. That's right. I forget about that.
So deep history here, which I think is unique and super special.
Yes.
So we have lots of stories to share that we think are fun. And we hope you will too. But also, I think it's interesting. We're kind of yin and yang opposites in that Allie is an introvert, so she says.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been called an extrovert a time or two. And
yes,
what I find ironic about that is how we've turned into adults and our personalities and things we've done and become. I mean, you have been much more of a risk taker than I am. Hence starting a podcast. No, who, what? How many times did you move as a child?
Oh, so many times, B. I did sit my mom down at some point and got all of the different moves, which was just mind blowing. My parents were little gypsies and they loved to move. And that's how they also made money. They didn't make money as a preacher and a preacher's wife. So I guess
Selling real estate,
moved a lot.
moving, making some money.
A lot.
But you're just more, you embrace change so much better than I do. And it sounds like you would be more of an extrovert just because of your adult patterns and things that have happened to you. And where I, lived in the same house for 22 years as a child. My parents never moved, lived in the same house for 47 years.
Wow.
And then my current home, our current home, we've lived 22 years. So
Oh my God.
I've almost lived in my current home longer than my childhood home.
Okay, it's time for you to move.
Yeah.
I'm going to get on that immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. So yeah, you get comfortable and you are fine with comfort. You don't get bored. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, is it that? Is it what would inspire you to want to move?
Well, the older we get, not being able to handle stairs.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm not crazy about yard work. In fact, hate it. So anyway, we'll get there.
Yeah. Well,
But,
I think that's comforting. I think I would be a very different person if my parents had been in the same house forever. And I think that does show how important it is to have a good foundation for your kids, that it's a safety thing.
Yeah.
And introvert, B, I'm what I think of all the tests that I have taken. I am an extrovert. No, I'm a social introvert, an outgoing introvert. I'm also ADHD, so I flit around.
Me too.
Oh, but you are ADD. What is the difference between ADD and ADHD? Do you know?
Yes, attention deficit hyper disorder.
Okay.
And then there's just attention deficit disorder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Focus.
Would you agree on me being the H and you not being the H?
I would.
Okay.
Yeah. Not a negative thing.
No. I am very hyper. And you know what? My yoga career has really helped with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You.
Yes. So, all right. So introvert, I really give and experience the whole day. And then by the time I get home, I am depleted. And so you as an extrovert look for things to fill you up energetically wise. Like I refer to my students that are extroverts as vampires.
Wow. That's scary. Why?
Well, they want
to drink the blood.
Yeah, they want to drink the blood. But no, they aren't just they want to go and have lunch with people and have conversations.
Yes.
And
if you could see my calendar for next week.
Say that again?
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, your social calendar? Is that what you're talking about? Hey, I couldn't do it. I don't know how you do it.
But I miss these people and I haven't seen them in a while. And so I want to see them.
You want to drink the blood.
I want to drink their blood and I want to get their energy and feel from them and ask them questions. No.
But see, I don't think of you as a vampire with me. I think.
Do I not deplete you? Do I complete you?
Everyone depletes me. Oh my gosh. But I just don't feel like you are. I've never thought of you as a vampire for sure with me. I would have to see you with other people, but I don't want that to happen because I want you all to myself. So
Yeah, I don't.
There you go. Okay. Yes.
So anyway, I just find that a little interesting and ironic, and maybe other people feel the same way. I think that my job is, it depends on the day, but it can be more draining, or some days I'm by myself. But I do kind of get tired of being on, if you will, air quotes on. But with friends, I can pretty much be myself. And so that doesn't feel draining to me. I also think you entertain a lot at your home, and that can be draining. And you're a really good host, and you cook.
Thank you.
And that's draining. Like, I'm going to be exhausted to host you tomorrow.
Oh, game day tomorrow.
Kidding. I really look forward to it.
Are we playing Guitar Hero? Because I am so looking forward to it, and will be a little heartbroken if it's in the garage somewhere and you don't know where it is.
I know where it is. Much like my week trying to get our podcast ready. I'm not sure how to connect it, but
bow wow. Well, you know what? I think we can figure that out as a couple,
a group.
Yes,
but we're going to play games. That's another thing that happened with the pandemic, is we started playing games again, and staying home more instead of like always meeting out. Now we meet at each other's houses, and
that saves money too.
Yeah, play games, and they're so fun as adults. And then I think tomorrow what we should do after every game is have a break and dance.
Yes. Okay, so can we talk about, because I tell all of my students, you would think that I would be a really good dancer, wouldn't you? But when Paul tries to describe my dancing to people that haven't.
When your husband talks about your dancing?
Husband talks about my dancing, and I'll try to explain it to people that have never seen me dance before. And I mean, it is the happiest time of my life. When I was growing up in the 80s, we would dance Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. And then Sunday through Wednesday, I was just like trying to get my energy back to go and give 100%. So when I'm on the dance floor,
you give it all, dude.
I mean, and I don't care what it looks like. I don't care that I'm wearing a silk dress and high heels. I am sweating horribly. I've been known in the past to do Michael Jackson spins on the floor wearing a silk dress and really high heels. Yeah.
One time we went to in Athens, we went dancing for your birthday. I was petrified again of you. I've never seen anything like it. And you won't stop.
It's so true.
Oh.
Well, and then, thank you.
Well done. And then sometimes when we're at the farm or at houses, we just walk around and dance. So anyway, I think that is a good,
yes.
I think it's healthy. I think that'll be a good break. So we don't just sit and, drink and look around and
eat salt and crunchy things. That's all you know what? I really don't care about dancing or anything. I just want the salty, crunchy food and the Guitar Hero. So
I gotta.
Anyway, you might notice a little clankety clank of Bee's microphone today. Her other setup did not work, and I love that she is just going with it and like using whatever she needed to, and we are doing this today because we are committed.
We're doing the damn thing.
Do it.
And next week or next podcast,
we're gonna try to do once a week. We are.
Yeah. And
if it doesn't happen, don't be mad at us.
Yeah. I know y'all will just be waiting with bated breath. to see what's next. But we can be pretty entertaining if you just let us. If you just give it a chance.
Yeah, we're a little nervous today, to be perfectly honest, and we feel a little because this is the second time that we've recorded it. I forgot to hit record the first time. The first one was hilarious. The second one is like, what were we talking about?
We're a little
like going to a party again.
I think. Well, I actually think we're a little more relaxed with this one, and
you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're straying from excuse me, from topics and stuff.
You're getting choked up.
What was the I'm so emotional.
Oh, darling.
No, I'm fine. What was the podcast that kind of caught you into the podcast world back in the beginning? Oh, you said Serial. But what's the one you send me?
But the red-handed. I feel like they're friends of mine. And that's the craziest part, because if I tried to email them right now, I would be a stalker. I wouldn't be like, oh, here's Allie. She's going to tell us how amazing we are. And she misses us. It's like, so are we going to have friends through this? Because I need some friends. I want some friends.
I think that's our goal is,
yes.
Well, not friends, but to create an audience kind of like they have, and they started with in the closet, you said, or something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the options are limitless.
Oh my
and
gosh.
We just have to figure out, because we kind of like different podcasts. Because, I'm more curious about the celebrities, and you don't know. Do you know who our president is, by the way?
Please don't embarrass me. I do not know who the vice president is, but I do know.
She's the best part.
Who the president. I can't come up with the name. I forgot she was a female. I mean, I don't watch news.
Anyway, yeah. And so we like.
Well, you know who we love more than anything, and this is what kicked us off, and we were like, let's go. Who? Is Glenda Baker. Yes.
She's something
and it
else.
Is what is it called? Because I'm 57. I cannot remember names or any actors' names. Yes. So we can put that on this podcast in our notes that we love them. And we're hoping that we'll be able to interview her. I mean, she's a star, and she loves stars.
She does love stars. Oh, my stars.
Yes. And I went to high school with her.
Well,
and he's known her forever.
I've known her since elementary school, and she's got a great podcast, and she's on fire.
She is on fire.
That girl is on fire. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, we digress. Glenda says that. Sorry, didn't mean to steal it, but I do say it sometimes too.
No, I like that.
All right. Well, introvert.
Extrovert. What else do we have that we're okay? So the first time we recorded this, we went in great detail about how different we were besides introvert and extrovert.
Yes.
She likes stars and stuff, and
celebrities.
I don't know what
magazine do you get? I get People magazine.
Nope. Don't
you get vegan recipes.
Vegans Are Happy and Healthy magazine. No, I really don't read magazines because the script is so small and it makes me unhappy. I used to devour them. I love food magazines, though. I really do. And
I like those too.
But I love Instagram now is my magazine.
I'll say.
Yeah?
Yeah, you are on that, baby.
But I feel like it's a part-time job because I'll see someone out at a party and they're going, my God, I love your story. And I'm like, oh my God, well, I know I don't have time this morning. Let me get on this now, starting to like things and laughing hysterically. I take these things very seriously.
So you're good at that because you post some crazy stuff.
Thank you.
Most make me laugh.
Well,
And
Do
you
some
send me
make you feel sad or other feelings?
no, and you send me stuff about celebrities that I love. You
I
do
do.
know a few. So
Cher
Cher.
is Bees, and mine is Tony Orlando.
Tony Orlando and Dawn.
Yep. And
Yep.
so if you go over to our Instagram,
Yogi and the Bee.
Yogi and the Bee, you will see that I have a lot of Cher on there for B and a lot of Tony Orlando. And our music playlist is on
dude.
Spotify. And guess what it's called?
Yogi and the Bee.
Yeah, it sure
Whoa.
is.
We come from a great library, if you will.
Bubbles.
Bubbles, library, and music.
Yes. All right.
All right, I'm going to go have some bubbles. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and hopefully being real patient on our first episode. And we'll get there. Give us some patience.
Please try us again.
All right,
Be
more
better
to come.
next time.
More interesting friends with interesting stories.
Absolutely.
Bubbles
Bye-bye.
and bye-bye.
Namaste.